Welcome to Conversations with Toi, a blogcast tackling life one episode at a time. This is the time to air out life's craziest moments. This space is all about speaking about life's hang-ups and ways in which we can leave better than when we started. Topics are all about ways we can find space to be better in life, love, mental space, and health.
All right, Conversations with Toi family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is actually a special edition of the podcast. And I am so grateful we have none other than Joi Carter. Listen, this is not her first time. This is not her first time being on this podcast. And I love that for all of us, because when you have a guest and you have them the first time, you kind of play the let's get to know you. But we're in it now. We're all the way. We in it. We in it.
Okay? We cousins. We cousins now.
We cousins at this point. So with that being said and done, thank you, Joi, for being a part of this conversation again. And thank you for being on the podcast.
And thank you for having me again. Hello.
Hello. So for those who have not tuned in, I am not going through this whole long introduction because she has been here before. We're not doing that. What I can do for those who this is your first time listening to it, I'm going to slide last time's episode into the show notes and you can listen to that and then come back and listen to this. How about that? Boom. So what has been up with you? I see you have so much going on. Your plate is looking nice and full. So what's been going with you since the last time?
You know what? This year, everything that I put into the atmosphere as far as abundance, as far as me stepping into my purpose and really doing what it is that I love to do, which is being on stage. I have not done this as much in the last few years. Yes, I've performed, but this is different. This is, it's very curated. Sitting here doing this Love and Reality tour, it's very focused. It's focused, but it's fun. So just understand, it really does have a purpose. For the first time, I'm really, telling the story, just so you can get a little bit more of me, despite whatever you've seen on television. And whether you have not met me in person, this is your opportunity to kind of get a little bit more of me, my highs and my lows, from self-love to, romance to friendships to this betrayal, all of that kind of stuff. It's like, yo, yeah, girl, yes. I mean, if you watch TV, you saw the betrayal.
Yeah, you had a lot going on, and I was, yes. But you did well. I mean, you did what was necessary for yourself.
But yeah,
you protected yourself.
You participated.
You did the things.
Ooh. Yeah. So it's all of that. And I mean, at the end of the day, my name is Joi. So you're going to get joy in all of its many facets. And I'm just really grateful I have the opportunity to do that this year. And I have a lot of people who are joining me as well. The amazing comedian, Eddie Bryant from DC. He's going to be joining me on several dates. You got to have laughter.
Yeah. That's kind of
Yeah, this day and age that we're in, you have to have laughter. Have some amazing artists in Durham, Blues Alley, have R&B. We have amazing artists in Charlotte. So there's just, it's a great opportunity to have a platform and use that platform to also showcase other people as well. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, look, I'm just bringing my cousins in. Come on, family. Come on in the room.
Come on in the room. But I like the mix. So I like the mix of what you're doing. Obviously it's all surrounding music and, you're, like you said, joy, but it's a different level of things. There's brunches, there's music fest. Like you really have a little dib-a-dab of like a lot of things instead of just, I'm on the stage. Like there's different ways of presenting your gift to everybody. And I love that. Talk more about how that all came to be, because the mix is a really good mix. I went and saw the previous shows. I mean, I saw the schedule and I went and seen what was left. And I was like, wow, this is really good.
Well, I'm very grateful for Live 24, Marcus Mitchell and Global Movement, who really are kind of helping me expand outside of the DMV. So, the opportunity of having a brunch in Chicago, I think is dope. Now, I also realize that people may be coming from church, and I'm going to have to kind of, my show is a bit, I curse. Okay. I do. I curse, so that's gonna, have me be a little bit more
reservish a little bit.
I'm not gonna say reserved, but I'm gonna have to pull back on, some of my very colorful words.
But Chicago is a great place for a brunch. I
I
mean,
agree.
Chicago is a foodie city. It's
Chicago
just,
has some great food. Let me just tell you, Chicago has great food. Baltimore also has some great food. So I am really excited about Chicago. This particular room, honest, I have never performed in Chicago in my life.
oh
And I
wow.
am like, yes. So this is the thing. I have a lot of these places that I am performing at, I've never performed there solo.
Okay.
So I have never performed in Atlanta and it's my show. I may have
Okay.
sung with somebody else, and so being in Durham and being in Charlotte and being in Atlanta, like those rooms in Chicago, like I have never done those places and it's just joy. So I am by far excited about all of that because I have so many people that are just like, Joy, oh my God, I love you. I watched the show and this and
Mm,
you, your husband and this and this. And I'm like, oh girl, yeah, hey, what up? This. But you know what? To actually meet everyone, to touch everyone, touch their hearts, for them to actually be like, you know what? I'm a real person. I'm authentically me. What you saw on TV was me. Let's be clear. It is. There's nothing I'll sit here and say that it wasn't. This is me, you
right.
know the good side, the bad side, the don't test the Pisces side, like all that. Yes, that's me. But look, 9 times out of 10, I'm a puppet dog. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm a sweetheart. I'm a sweetheart. I
Well,
don't
they get
walk
to
in
see
with
that.
violence.
They get to see that. But you know what? Also, speaking up for yourself too. I love that because sometimes, they love to paint us as like the super aggressive and super everything. It's amazing the lengths that they will go, especially when it comes to Wonderful Land of TV.
Yeah, but I also come, when people do that, that's just something that they lack. I just have to, and you just take it with a grain of salt. Anyone I've met, they have never said anything negative to me in my face. So anything social media wise, I could care less. But for those who have taken the time to even say hi, I don't care where airport, where I travel, someone is always like, "Oh my God, I love you guys, and I love you, and this, and me and my husband watched the show." And it has always been positive, and I've been so grateful, so like beyond grateful for that. Because I mean, for us as Black people, look, it take a lot for somebody to give you a compliment. Let me.
We're colorful people, and we sometimes can be, we feel like we have to earn it. People have to earn it. We don't just give it; it has to be earned. And especially here in Philly, Philly is another level of
Come
like
on, feeling like Baltimore, honey. I know.
they they
Look,
they
look,
they,
we
they came
cousins.
they listening for everything. It's
We
a
are
another day.
cousins. We are cousins. We
We
are,
are.
Baltimore is a hard crowd, baby. We
They
are a
are.
hard crowd, just like DC is a hard crowd. Philly is a hard crowd. But let me tell you this, if it ain't a free concert and they pay to come see you, they getting a good show. They
Exactly.
getting a good show.
They are. They're not playing because people love. I mean, I love the fact that you said that because a lot of people will say, well, people aren't spending their money. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. They
Mhm.
are spending their money. They're spending their money on things that they see the need, the things that they love, and I love that. And so, for one, I'm excited because I'm going to be in the crowd this
But I
time.
can't wait to see you tomorrow, girl. I'm gonna get big
Yeah, I
hug. Big
cannot. I
hug.
can't wait because the last time you came, it was a conflict schedule on my part, but I was like, not this time. I'm coming in the building.
Good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sure.
So, what is some other things that you've been like exploring in this new season? Because each season that we have in life, like we should be trying to find ways of like exploring just different things, whether it's creativity. What have you been doing other than the singing and bringing all those things together? Outside of that, what have you been exploring?
I'm still in the creative aspect. So outside of music, one thing that I'm really looking forward to getting into is voice work, like like voice actor work and possibly acting as well. I do have like a radio production degree. That doesn't mean anything, but then
You better talk about that degree. You earned it.
I did earn it. I did earn it, and I have no student loans. So yes,
Ooh,
Howard
girl.
University graduate, radio production degree. That was something that I wanted to get into. Radio was something big. And then when I saw how much they made, at the time, I was like, oh, absolutely not. And I was just very glad
Yeah.
that graphic design was another love and passion that I had. So, but now I'm really in this place where I'm like, you know what? I want to use my voice, and how I can use my voice in many different ways. I am all about that. There's some other opportunities, some partnerships that I'm looking forward to. You'll see, later on as we go through this tour. But I mean, right now, this is the season of doing whatever it is my heart desires.
I love that. I'm always for that. Um, when it comes to the music, there's this, first of all, there is no pressure. I don't believe that there is pressure to be anything. I feel like people put pressure on themselves. You've been able to navigate your own space and do your own thing. How, even though, again, there could be pressure, but people choose the pressure that they allow. How have you been able to just navigate that space and be firm on the fact that this is who you choose to be and you're
Girl,
not?
I'm 45. At 45, there's not very much convincing that you can really give me. I know, and I also follow my gut. And when my gut is like, yeah, no. Um, and I think a lot of women can relate to that. When you get into your 40s, we don't really need convincing. All we just really need is support.
You must have been listening to my conversation with my mama this week. We were talking about it just this week. I was just sharing with her, like, I'm 44 and I'm like, yeah, I don't have the energy for that. That's not going to work for me. And that's just not going to happen. So it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know. You do that little light bulb comes on at 40 something years old where you
Yeah.
just don't have the energy for a lot of foolishness either.
Yeah, you really have an energy for what your heart is propelling you to do. And again, you may not have all of the resources or all of the knowledge, and you can go to Chat GPT and help work
Oh,
your life out. But at the end of the day, all we ask of anyone is just support what I feel so, confident in, what I know deep down inside. This is my calling, this is my purpose, or this is just what I feel like I want to do right now. Because like you can change your mind 3 months from now, 2 weeks from now, a day from now, and that's okay. It's
hmm
okay.
I'm glad
It
you
is.
said that because somebody might need to hear that it is literally okay to do so.
It
I feel
is.
like
It
people
is
get so
okay.
caught up in like, I was supposed to do something a certain way or a certain time. That timing thing gets people caught choked up too.
I think for those who may have been in a certain place in space, I'll say just for example, 9 to 5ers. 9 to 5ers, there are some who, yes, like that is just ingrained, and a 9 to 5 is what it's supposed to be, right? Get a 9 to 5 job and then sit here and make money so that you can do what you love. However, when you do the 9 to 5 job, you're doing it from 9 to 5. Therefore, you take so much time doing that, and you don't have all the time you need to do what it is your love and your passion, right? But you're financially sound, you have health insurance, possibly, so in that, like, yeah, it sounds good, but is the balance and the give and take actually fair in a lot of instances? For a lot of us, no.
Mm-mm.
It really isn't. I haven't had a 9 to 5 since 2011.
Right.
And there's a reason why. And part of it, you start to really see that, um, they don't give a fuck about you. Can I curse? I'm
You
sorry.
may, yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
no. So they don't,
Hmm.
these companies don't give a hoot nanny about you. They could care less. They don't care if you just lost a limb. They don't care if your mama, daddy, uncle, pastor, whoever passed away. They could care less. Are you clocking in tomorrow? Can you show up? And so knowing that you are not valued for you, you are only there for service, really kind of makes you look at the bigger picture of like life and what it is that you want to do. I get it. There are some people who truly love and enjoy their job. Awesome, great. We need you, And
Hmm.
then there are other people who honestly like certain things just don't align with their heart and align with their purpose. Maybe you want to be a public speaker. Maybe you want to sit here and talk to kids. Maybe you want to sit here and create a program that allows certain, that raises money to do X, Y, and Z. Well, guess what? You can't do that and have your 9 to 5 at the same time.
No,
Ain't no way.
no, no, not at all. Um, I wanted to talk about, since you brought that up, there was a young lady, and I'm trying to focus on her name right now, but she was an entrepreneur, business focused, doing all the things, wasn't taking breaks, wasn't gracing herself enough to say, you know what, I need to get somebody else to stand in the gap so I can go do other things. And when she decided I'm going to take a few days off, she unfortunately passed away.
Hmm.
I think it's Quita Cole. Yeah, she passed away, entrepreneur, and she said, I'm gonna take these 3 days off, went to sleep and never came back.
Oh my gosh.
There's so much that I took away from that story. One, yes, pursue the dreams, pursue the goals, right? Do the things. But the other part was, how can I pursue the goals, but also put some checks and balances so that I can
Yeah.
enjoy the things that I'm putting into place? Like, how can I
Yeah.
enjoy the things that I love while doing what I love, but also putting those checks and balances? What are your thoughts on that?
Ah, oh goodness.
She was
Support
40 too.
system.
She was 40. She was 40.
Listen, so support system and ladies, I mean, at the end of the day, we know we always need to be checking in on our health, our stress. Stress is one of the biggest killers, for us as Black women. Because it creates a whole bunch of other health issues. Um, the end of the day, I'm sure that whatever she was doing prior to up until, she passed away was something positive. And
Mhm.
so I would say whatever you do every day, make a mark. Make sure that you're touching someone. Make sure that you're putting that positive energy. Make sure that, you know, you're giving that goodness of yourself, and if if you happen to pass away sooner than you should have, at least we look back like, what, that girl she was doing it. She was this, she
Exactly.
was that, as opposed to, what, she done worked herself to death. She done worked herself to the bone. She done, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, this is the thing. Think about this.
Right.
We don't live in this world by ourselves. We touch somebody at some point in our life. I don't care if you're at the gas station, grocery store, or somebody touches you. My thing is that when you pass away, will more people say great things about you? No, on the real. I ain't talking about at your funeral.
No, they say
Will
all the things.
more people
Nobody goes into the
say
funeral and says nothing too negative. You know what I
yes?
mean? They try to keep it a bean at the funeral.
Yes.
Yes.
Would more people say positive things about you, or would more people be like, you know what? Well, good riddance. You
Yeah.
know, when you wake up every day, like I always, one thing, my belief system is that, there are things that are bigger than myself. I say it all the time. And so I make sure that I treat people the way that I want to be treated. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, from the man who has nothing on the street to the person who has millions of dollars in the bank. I treat all of you the same way. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's really sad to
Yeah, I feel
hear.
like he was definitely in my conversation with my mom, and then she gonna listen to this and be like, yeah, she showed up. That confirmation she loves here. Anything that's confirmation that she said, she's like, yep, look at me. So
Well,
yeah,
she was right. Mama was right.
she's always right. And I'm gonna say it openly so she don't gotta get me. I'm going to visit her tomorrow before your show. Um
Okay. Mama,
but
you
I
was
love
right.
Yeah, you was right, Mama. You was right. So I love that about what you said because again, I think a lot of times, with we experienced some passings of this week, and that lesson is very, very true. How you look at people when they pass, and the things that you say about them matters because we are a light. Whether we want to, we could be a dark light, we could be lighter, darker than we need to be, but we're a light, and we have to find a way to express that too around everybody that we come in contact with.
Yeah, I
What
agree.
is so I know you're on, you've been doing everything with the music, the brunches, the music fest, all the things that you have been doing. How have you been pouring into your own cup?
Ooh, this. So this is when I say the tour is been my primary focus this year. Um, how I'm telling this story, what I want people to get out of it. The stage is my altar. This is, my testimony. This is, you're getting, when I say you're getting all of me, yes, you're getting the funny joy, but you're also getting the sentimental, emotional, being very honest about myself, being very honest about my journey, being very honest about what I've gone through, and this has been my primary focus because at the end of the day, it really is, Bob Marley said it the best, like music is universal expression of love. Like it is, you know, something that we need. I mean, we're in this time in this place where it's a lot of confusion, it's a lot of misdirection, it's a lot of, smoke and mirrors. And somewhere along the lines, we have to kind of like get back to what makes us laugh, what brings us joy, what sit here and makes us, remind ourselves, like, you know what? There's some good stuff out here. There's some
Right.
great stuff out here. Um, yeah, like that really is this, all of the shows and stuff that I've done this year. I'm very happy that I was able to experience them. Artscape, it's crazy. I've been not Artscape, but AFRAM in Baltimore. I
Yes.
it's crazy. I used to live across the street where they have AFRAM and still never went,
Oh
right?
my
And
God.
so to actually perform at AFRAM this year really just touched my heart. And just
That's
looking
major.
out and seeing how the crowd was. Like it was diverse. Like it was, LGBTQIA, baby. It was, us young, old, that like it was so diverse. And I just loved every single minute of it. Despite it being hot as hell. But yes, it was
I
it
know that's
was
right.
yes, it was truly, truly amazing. Doing another Juneteenth celebration with representing Melton, and doing that, just seeing what people are putting together for the community, like just seeing Baltimore just riding so hard for each other, like I'm like, I am a proud Baltimorean. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, this is what I'm talking about, and a lot, think about it. Outside, look, take the regular going out, right?
Right.
Take alcohol out, take a cover charge out, and just imagine being in a place where everybody is in good spirits, right? The music, whether it's the DJ or the band, is just great. And I lie to you not, it is one of those things like it just makes me so happy to be a part of these opportunities, organizations, these things that bring community together and seeing everyone so happy, engaged, and involved. Like that just really brings something to my soul. And it really just shows me, like, you know what? There's so many good things despite what we see on TV, despite what we see on that timeline, despite what we see on CNN,
Mm.
despite what we see on MSNBC. Like there are so many great things here. And we just need to keep our eyes focused on, the positives.
Exactly. Exactly. What is your, because again, let me stress, I don't know if I said this, let me say this again. I know I did. Joy will be here in Philadelphia tomorrow at City Winery.
Absolutely.
It's a vibe. So first of all, again, I've said this a million times, no matter whose guest has been there, it's literally a vibe. It's the most one of the ways to have such an intimate experience while you get to listen to some of your favorites. And if you love wine, you're gonna love City Winery. They have some good food, some good drinks.
Mhm.
Come out a little earlier, get your spot. You can come out, I think, an hour before it opens. It's absolutely amazing. And
Yeah.
you get to hear real musicians,
That
real
part.
singing, real artistry. I can't express that enough. I have seen everyone I can possibly think of, and it's been
Mhm.
such an amazingly intimate, beautiful setting.
It is a great space. The Loft at City Winery is a great space. The sound people are amazing. And let me just tell you, my guys can play. My
Mm.
guys can play. When I say hands down, there would be no me without them.
I love, love, love live music. It's nothing like it. And I personally cannot wait. But again, she will be here tomorrow at the 7:30 show. Get your
Mhm.
tickets. I don't know if there's any available. I'll check. But either
There's
way, there
some, well,
are.
you know what? I was given a free ticket giveaway. Ain't nobody go with the ticket giveaway, the free giveaway. It's okay. But so if y'all want to pay, the tickets are available. Go to joycartermusic.com.
and do y'all, but y'all should have got on that. I don't think I even seen it myself. That's crazy.
Well, girl, you know you good. You good.
I know I'm good. I ain't worried about me.
You good. But I'm just saying, I still have 2 free tickets.
So I'm going to place that tonight and tomorrow. We'll see who grabs them
on my
post and see what y'all do with them. We'll see what y'all do with them, because I don't want and let me just say to anybody who's listening to this, do not hit me up in the streets. Do not say to me, oh my gosh, I wish I knew. I don't want to hear it. I'm gonna tell you right now, because y'all know if it's something that I know about, I'm going to tell you. So it's tomorrow at 7:30. And by the time you're listening to this, I guess technically it'll be today, however it rolls. So Saturday. This show is to Saturday. I'm going to start posting some clips tonight so that people know. But yes, the show is amazing. It's going to be amazing. And
it is definitely, it's unique. Bring some tissue.
Okay. I'm going to try to put some in my little mini purse. I don't like to bring too much heavy stuff, but I'll bring
That's okay. You got to put it in your bra. You got to
throw it in there. I ain't got much, but we'll put it in there and keep it moving. Any last words for the people who, listening, for whatever it is that you feel in your heart to share before we end?
Well, honestly, just thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you for, listening to me, taking the time out to sit here and share the experience that, I'm bringing to everyone. And at the end of the day, look, anything you want to know, learn about me, go to joicartermusic.com. You want some free tickets? Go to Joi Carter Music at Instagram. If you want to, I got 2 free tickets. But know that this show is about healing, truth, and everything in between. You're going to laugh, you're going to cry, and you're going to have a great time.
Love it. Well, thank you, Joi, so much for being here again. I look forward to more and more in conversations. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll be in the building and I cannot wait.
Yes, Boo. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you as always for joining me, and I know that even in the deepest or joyful conversations, that there's something we can learn and apply. Until next time, I hope that you are doing better. If not, we will be back to talk some more and handle it. Peace to you and yours. Stay grounded.